I will be doing a quick tank review for the Japanese Tier 3 heavy tank, the Type 91 Heavy. This vehicle, for the short amount of time that I had it for, it is relatively a okay vehicle. It is not a good vehicle nor a bad one. If you want to do well in it, you have to play this thing carefully because due to the size and the height of the vehicle, you can be killed easily enough. Due to the height and the size of the vehicle, most shots will hit you, and due to the thin armor, it will do its full amount of damage to you. Let's cover the vehicle stats now. The Type 91, when it is fully upgraded, it is okay. It could be better, it could be worse. Hit points, it is 250. Be careful because you can be killed easily enough and potentially one-shot it as well. This vehicle weighs up to 23 tons. The rest of the heavies after the Tier 3 will get heavier and bigger. My vehicle setup, it is about 20 tons, which means with the 250 horsepower engine, I will have a relatively good horsepower to 2-ton ratio for a heavy tank at this tier. Be careful of the engine fire chance at 20%. My horsepower to ton ratio, it is 12.5 horsepower, which means whenever I am on a flat terrain, most of the time I can easily reach the potential top speed, 25 kilometers, which is quite good. So as long as you are on flat terrain and going downhill, you can reach the vehicle top speed most of the time. The vehicle hull and turret traverse, it is good. It could be better. It could be better. The hull being 32, turret 30. So the hull and the turret can turn around quickly enough if it have to. The vehicle armor, it is rubbish all around. 20 in the front side. For the hull, it is 15. The turret 20. Rear hull 15. Turret 20. Due to the paper thin armor, I generally find the crew and the modules can be damaged in this tank easily enough. Watch out for HE rounds, as most of the time HE rounds will do its full amount of damage to you. The gun depression, it is a mix of being good and bad at the same time. The gun depression all around, it is 12 degrees downward, while the gun elevation upward, it is 20. Now this is the catch. This mini turret here and the one in the back, they are just there just to be part of the tank. They are not useful at all. This mini turret here, if you turn the turret to this side of the tank here and actually aim it downward, you will have 3 to 4 degrees of gun depression downward. This can be a bit of a issue at times. If you are in a situation like that, just turn the entire hull forward to the enemy tank, or just turn the hull enough that you can actually get the gun aim in this part of the hull here to shoot at the enemy tank. The gun itself, it is okay. You have a 47mm gun, which it is okay at this tier. Tier 3 and below, you can penetrate everything with these. Tier 4 and 5, you will have a problem with it. So it is vital to actually shoot at the weak part of the enemy tank. The high rate of fire, it is good, about 28 rounds per a minute. The pen and the damage, it is decent. But if you can actually make the 28 rounds per a minute count, in theory you can do a lot of damage with this gun. Unfortunately, the accuracy, it is okay, 0.40, but the aiming time, it is good. The vehicle view range, it is okay. It is 330 meters. The radio, it is okay, 425 meters. Let's cover the research part of this tank now. The research for the tank, it is a easy tank to actually go through. If you went down the light or even the medium line, you will have most of the equipment already unlocked on this vehicle, except for the engine and the track upgrade. The good thing about the type, it is you can actually use the first pair of tracks without needing the upgraded pair of tracks to actually mount all of the equipment onto it. Still, I would recommend that you research and mount the second pair of tracks, as it will give you a slightly better haul traverse from 30 to 232. Engines, I would recommend that you get the top engine here, because you will have the best horsepower to ton ratio, and you will also be needing it on the Type 95 as well. The radios, you should have them already unlocked. If you went down on any other Japanese lines, this radio you would have had unlocked on the tier 3 light and the medium for the Japanese lineup. You only have one turret, so that is a good thing. The guns. This gun it is a howitzer with howitzer stats. Low pen, potentially good amount of damage, not accurate at all, and a long aiming time. The main gun that I actually use on the Type 91, it is this gun. This is a good gun to use, as it have a higher rate of fire. The pen and damage, it is decent, so you can penetrate most vehicles whenever you are shooting at them. It doesn't take long to get to the Type 95. Let's cover the pros, cons, how do you use this vehicle, and the equipment as well. The vehicle pros and cons first. As a tier 3 vehicle, you will be getting yourself into a tier 3 2 up to a tier 5 match maximum. Whenever you are in a tier 2 up to a tier 4 match, you can do relatively well whenever you are middle tier in the match. Whenever you are facing tier 5s, you will have a bit of a issue unless if you know where to shoot at the vehicle weak parts, or if you actually want to use a lot of premium armor piercing rounds. Now, what is good about the Type 91 Heavy? For a heavy, it is relatively fast when it comes to heavy tank terms. The gun itself, it is somewhat accurate, have a good rate of fire, and in theory, with the okay pen and damage, you can actually penetrate most vehicles, assuming you know the vehicle weak parts first. Now to the cons. Due to the height, the size, and the vehicle length, it is an easy target to actually shoot at. Just like the TOG, the T-28, T-28, and etc. Due to the thin armor, you can be killed easily enough in it, and the armor thin value, the crew and the modules can be damaged easily enough, so be careful about that. Now to the equipment that you are going to be using on it. This vehicle carries a lot of ammo, 150 rounds. A majority of the ammo, I would actually divide up 33% among all of these ammo. Regular AP, premium AP, and HE. The two AP types here does the same amount of damage, but there is a pen value difference. HE is handy to have just in case if you are shooting at a semi-armored target, or just to reset cap. If you are going to be using the premium AP, it will cost you 4 gold or 1,600 credits, which is relatively cheap. Now to the consumables. I would go with a first aid kit, a repair kit, and lastly, the manual fire extinguisher if you have one. You can also use the combat ration here, onigiri, I think it's called. The equipment slots. What are you going to be using on it? Vents, it's a good idea to improve the tank and the crew. The toolbox to get the repairs done faster. The enhanced gun lane drive to decrease the aiming time. To increase the view range, go with coated optics or even binocular telescopes. The rest of the equipment, it is not needed at all when it comes to the Type 91. It doesn't improve it at all. I have a replay to show you how you can play the Type 91 well enough in a match. Let's get to that replay now. This replay, I will show you the strengths and the weaknesses of the Type 91. Let me speed up the replay here. First thing first, I am heading to the hill area. This vehicle, while it is on flat terrain, most of the time it can easily reach 25 kilometers easily enough. Right now I am looking around, being careful not to be shot at any vehicle that can potentially one-shot me if they are lucky enough. This is a tier 5 match. The KVs, the OIs, and the M4s there. Assuming they have their Top Gun, they can easily one-shot me if they are lucky enough to do so. This part coming up will show you how easily the Type 91 can be killed. That M5 Stuart, pay attention to the damage done to me by it. Right there, the M5 autoloader gun. 3 rounds of it clip took half of my hip points off, so you can be killed easily enough in the vehicle. I will be using this terrain here as much as possible to try to hide myself from the M5. Unfortunately, the Type 91 is a big target still. Another 2 shots lowered my health down to 44 hit points. After wasting enough premium ammo on the M5, I chose to advance forward. If you want to do well using the Type 91, you have to play it more as a support vehicle, because you can be killed easily enough in it. This A20, I try to shoot at it while it's moving. I got a shot on it before it was killed. Unfortunately, with the gun pen value, you have to make sure you are going to penetrate where you are going to be hitting. The targets I had hit so far in the match, the M5, the A20, the SU, I can pen them easily enough. If I was going to be penetrating the M4, the T-34, the Matilda, and anything that have thick armor, I would have to use AP, hit the weak part, or use the premium ammo. Against same tier or even tier 2s, you can penetrate them easily enough. This is where my usefulness to the team comes to an end. The enemy team win by capping by the end of this match. This replay I did okay in. I did about 670 damage. Let's go to the garage now. Let's do a brief recap on the Type 91. This vehicle is a okay vehicle. It is not that bad nor good. If you want to do well in the Type 91, you have to play it very carefully because, remember, due to the paper thin armor and the low amount of hit points you have, you can be killed easily enough. Once you have learned how to play the vehicle and learn to take advantage of its strengths and its weaknesses, you can do relatively well in the vehicle. I hope that you learn a thing or two about the Type 91 heavy tank. If you like this video, leave a like, a comment, and even follow my channel as well. Good luck on the battlefield, everyone.